Yeah. Every shadow got a name now. Every whisper got a face. I can feel them. They right there, ain't they? Looking over my shoulder. Looking over my shoulder, seeing things that ain't there. Or maybe they are, and I'm just too scared to stare directly at the truth, so I keep my peripherals active. Every car that pass slow, feel like an undercover captain. Looking over my shoulder, neck got permit kings. From checking for the devil in between the blinks. Of an eye, of a life, of a second, it might be my last. Every mirror I pass, I'm checking who's behind the glass. Is it me, is it them, is it ghosts from the past? Looking over my shoulder, the paranoia lasts. Woke up this morning, felt a chill down my spine. Curtains closed, but I swear I seen an outline of a figure on the sidewalk, just standing still, waiting, watching, with the intent to kill. Maybe, maybe not, but my mind don't take chances. I seen too many homies caught up in circumstances where they didn't see it coming. Now they never see it all, just a permanent dirt nap, permanent curtain call. So I'm checking the locks, checking the clip, checking the corners of the room where the shadows can slip through the cracks of the consciousness, the cracks of the door. Every sound got me reaching for the thing on the floor, under the pillow, the security blanket is still the only thing in this world that I know is real. When the fear kicks in and the logic fades out, and the only thing I'm certain of is the weight of the doubt. Yeah, looking over my shoulder, it's a full-time job with no vacation, no sick days. Just a thrive of a headache from the tension from the life, where the only way to win is to survive the knife in the back, the bullet from the car that you ain't see, the smile from the homie that turned into me. Yeah, they all look friendly when the lights are on bright, but it's the shadows that I study in the absence of light. Looking over my shoulder, seeing things that ain't there. Or maybe they are, and I'm just too scared to stare directly at the truth, so I keep my peripherals active. Every car that pass slow, feel like an undercover captain. Looking over my shoulder, they got burning kinks. From checking for the devil in between the blinks. Of an eye, of a life, of a second, it might be my last. Every mirror I pass, I'm checking who's behind the glass. Is it me, is it them, is it ghosts from the past? Looking over my shoulder, the paranoia laugh. Remember when we was young, ain't had nothing to fear, just a whooping from mama if we stayed out too late. Now the whoopings from hollow tips, the punishment's permanent. The late nights ain't about fun, it's about earning cement for the foundation of a future that might never come. If the wrong car pull up and the right trigger get thumbed. So I'm looking over my shoulder at every intersection, every direction of potential for resurrection. Of the past, of the beef, of the shit we ain't settled. Every debt unpaid is a loaded gun with a kettle. Wrestling, waiting for the steam to blow and take my whole existence to the great unknown. I seen it happen to my man Dre, he thought he was clear, moved to a different state, disappeared for a year. Thought the smoke had cleared, thought the coast was safe. Then a knock on the door and his face was erased from the earth, from the photos, from the memories we hold. Just a cautionary tale that's forever told. In the whisper of the wind, through the wire on the fence. Another lesson in the cost of the life we've been living since adolescence, when the choices were simple and few. Now the choices are life or death, and both of them screw you in different ways, but the outcome's the same. Either buried in the ground or buried in the shame of surviving when your brothers didn't make it through the night, and you're left standing in the aftermath, clutching the light that flickers on and off like a faulty street lamp on a block where the only law is the one we enforce, and the only course is to keep looking back, cause the enemy might be the friend you don't know you lack. I looked in the mirror today and I didn't see me. I saw a stranger with my face, I was full of debris from the wreckage, from the war that never ends. I saw a soldier with no country, just a list of dead friends, and behind my own reflection I swear I saw a shade, a silhouette of someone that my past life made into an enemy, a rival, let's go to settle. Now we standing in my mirror, holding the metal, object shiny pointing at the back of my head. I turned around real quick, nobody, just dread, just the empty room, the echo of my breath, the realization that the hunter is hunted by himself. The paranoia is just a mirror showing me my health, a lack thereof, the sanity slipping off the shelf. I'm looking over my shoulder at my own damn ghost, the one I can't escape, the one that haunts me most. Looking over my shoulder, looking over my shoulder. They don't teach this in school now. It's that cemetery logic. Listen close. You might hear the dance beat. Woo! Cemetery lot where the stones hold their answers. Every name on the slab used to be a dancer. In the day, now they sleep where the grass gets manicured. Follow the code wrong, get your blood laminated. Yeah, that is don't lie. The date's always correct. Shows when you entered and when they collected the debt. Silent majority, they don't talk, they reflect. Cemetery logic. The ones who rest. Walk through the gates, read the names like a yearbook. Familiar faces, same corners, same looks. Lil Marcus, 97 to 23. Caught a stray bullet for a corner that ain't his seat. Next row over, Big Dave, 85 to 20. Got too greedy, tried to flip 120. Now his whole life story's just a date and a dash. All that hustle, all that trauma reduced to cold ash. They say the streets talk, but the cemetery whispers echoes of the gunshots. The screams of the sisters, mama lay flowers down. Now the petals all brown. Every visit to the grave is just another trip downtown. A memory lane where the pavement is of dirt, where the wealth you accumulated can't stop the hurt. Where the chain you was flaunting now hangs on the gate from a fan on a Sunday from a mother who tests cemetery logic. It's the fact on economic supply and demand, but the supply line's chronic. You supply the life, death, demand a deposit. Now your whole existence lives inside a locket. Cemetery logic, where the stones hold the answers. Every name on the slab used to be a dancer. The game now they sleep, where the grass gets manicured. Follow the code wrong, each apply laminated. Yeah, that is don't lie. The date's always correct. Shows when you entered it, when they collected the debt. Silent majority, they don't talk, they reflect. Cemetery logic. Respect the ones who wreck. I knew a dude named K, had the whole blocks on. Trap house jumping, made the whole zip code moan. With the fiends, yeah, he was the local pharmacist. Built the empire from powder, turned the projects to palaces. But he forgot the first rule of the alchemist. The heat that you're serving can turn you to the chalice. Got knocked on a Monday, snitch, gave a statement. Now he's doing life, his whole existence complacent behind bars. But his homies, they behind grass. Died before the trial, didn't even make it to class for the sentence. And they went to permanent residence. Ain't no early release from that setting to relevancy. The cemetery don't care about your rank or your status. Don't care if you was the plug or just one of the apparatus. Equal opportunity, the Grim Reaper unbiased. From the king of the castle to the most timid stylist. Everybody get a plot, everybody get a stone. Some get remembered, the majority die alone. And the statistics just a number on a page. Another casualty statistic from the inner city rage. But to the mothers, it's a world that caved in. Cemetery logic, where the real lessons engraved in the marble and granite. The testimony of the granite. It's the only book club where they all dead painted. I asked my granddad's headstone, was it worth the risk? The wind blew through the willow, but the grave just hissed. I asked my brother's epitaph, why you ain't run faster? The stone felt cold to the touch, a permanent disaster. Cemetery logic ain't about the afterlife, it's about the ones still breathing. Living with the knife of knowing any day now might be your turn to lay down and become another lesson in the logic of the playground. Cemetery logic, where the stones hold the answers. Every name on the slab used to be a dancer. In the game now they sleep, where the brass gets a manicured. Follow the code wrong, get your plot laminated. Yeah, that hits don't lie. The date's always correct. Shows when you entered and when they collected the debt. Silent majority, they don't talk, they reflect. Cemetery logic. Respect them. So I walk these blocks different now. I see the ghosts. Every alley got a memory. Every corner has a host of the fallen, the forgotten. The ones who never made it to the age where your decisions ain't constantly debated. I'm talking 16 with a weapon, 20 with a sentence, 25 with a target. That's the standard apprenticeship. They say the game is the game, that's the narrative they spin. But the cemetery's the proof that you never really win. You just prolong the last, the later inevitable. The final headline written always miserable for another young man down. Community and sorrow, same story, different place, same grave done tomorrow. And the logic is circular, it never seems to end. The young salute the dead, then become them again. Standing at the funeral, swearing you'll be different. Then Monday comes and you're back on the mission, efficient, slinging that same poison that put you on me. They cooking soft and whipping hard top down. Let the sun hit the work, watch it glisten now. Hey, hey, convertible bricks, got the top down right. Scale on my lap, thumb on the iron. Pirate fever, water will watch it hydrating. Federal paper, smell it through the fragrance. See the light hit the work, look like diamonds dancing. Double crumbs to plug, end up missing. Convertible bricks, life of the fast life living. Catch a case, gotta flip it to a mistrial sentence. Wake up, check the word, break down the soft. Tro popping like a suitcase, product in the loft. Low boy fresh, but my hands stay dirty. Counting dead presidents, while the work get flippy. See the birds in the air, hope they ain't for me. Every car that pass got me checking rear views. Morbid copper tones on the slab. Pop start singing, smell the money in the air. Neighbors start sniffing, move the stash by. Every Tuesday, religious, had to cut my mans off. He got too suspicious. New phone, who this? Better ask correct, or get your whole block turned to a silhouette. I'm an architect, building pyramids from powder rain dance on the stove. Make it thunder loud, make it snow in July. Make the whole town proud, then retreat to the mansion with the gate and the crowd. But alone with my thoughts, that's the dangerous time. When the high from the money meets the low in my mind. Is it all worth the risk when you sleep with a ghost? Every brick that I sold is a part of me I host. Convertible bricks, got the top down riding. Scale on my lap, thumb on the iron. Pyrex vision, water whip, watch it hydrating. Little baby, spill it through the fragrance. See the light hit the work, look like diamonds dancing. Double cross plug, end up missing. Convertible bricks, life of the fast life you living. Catch a case, gotta flip it to a mistrial sentence. Mama said be a doctor, I became a chemist. White coat, no stethoscope, just working pellets. She see me in the foreign is where I get the benefits. Telling her I'm in logistics of kilos. From the bando to the condo, that's a hell of a commute. Every mile on the odometer, it's time we dispute. If the feds kick the door, it's a different kind of loot. Just my freedom on the line, ain't a three-piece suit. Lawyer fees, court fees, trying to buy some clemency. Judge look at me like I'm the face of the enemy. Say my name, press the gavel, make the sound ring. Mama crying in the road, that's the real suffering. But the life chose me, or maybe I chose it back. When the corner store was closer than the college track. When the new pair of Jordans meant a whole nother crack. Now a new pair charges me my whole life's crack. Yeah, convertible dreaming with the top peeled back. Wind in my face, but the pads on my back. Every mirror I pass shows a man in the trap. Wonder if the real me is ever coming back. Sunroof open, looking at the stars. Wondering if they see me from where the projects are. Same sky, different view. All this money still ain't new. Still that same kid who had nothing to lose. Now I got everything and everything to lose. Convertible, got the top down riding. Scale on my lap, thumb on the iron. Pyrex vision, water wheel, watch it hydrating. Federal paper, smell it through the fragrance. See the light hit the world, look like diamonds dancing. No proper brought the blood, end up missing. Convertible bricks, life of the fat life living. Catch a case, gotta flip it to a mistrial ceiling. Top down, bricks up, conscious low. Ain't no real view, just the road and the low. Convertible, convertible, yeah. Yeah. Don't know the cost. They ain't ready for the price. Open the books. Let them see. Yeah. let 'em see. Life is a gamble, the streets a legend. Every favor land, every promise silver. Blood on the bill, weight on the pressure. Gotta square the accounts before the sun sets ever. Yeah, the profit was pain, the loss was my soul. Check the long division, tryna make myself whole. But the numbers don't lie and the interest is cold. In the ledger of the street, you pay whatever's owed. Ink stain on my fingers from counting all these sins. Every line, every decision, every page, a place I've been. Started with a pencil, could erase what I had wrote. Now it's carved in stone, signed and sealed my throat. First century, a nickel bag of debt to Uncle Sam. Next line, a crack rib, part of the master plan. Compound interest on a favor, yeah, that's how they get you in. Now my assets frozen and my next of kin is thin. See, the columns got two sides, debit and a credit. The life I took from them, the one I almost let it slide, but the books don't blink, they don't ever forget it. The auditor's a ghost with a gun and he's already let it click, click. Empty Gemini, that was just a test to see if I was worthy of this ledger on my chest. Life is a gamble, but the streets are legends. Every favor land, every prime a silver. Blood on the bills, weight on the pressure. Gotta square the accounts before the sun sets ever. Yeah, the profit was pain, the loss was my soul. Check the long division, tryna make myself whole. But the numbers don't lie and the interest is cold. In the ledger of the street, you pay whatever's owed. Now the page is getting yellow, interest getting deep. Names I used to run with, all the promises I keep. In a plot with a headstone, that's a different kind of vault. Them boys made a withdrawal that resulted in a fraud on my side of the sheet. Now I'm in the red, see they faces in my sleep. Hear the echoes of the lead. My accountant is a shovel, my calculator's a scale. Balancing the kilos, hoping that the math don't fail. Trying to pay my dues, but the principle is high. Every hand I ever shook was a deal made a lie. Every I love you whisper was a contract to comply. And every time I close my eyes, another piece of me would die. So I'm liquidating memories, cashing out the tears, trying to clear the outstanding balance that's been accruing for years. But the heart is coming due, I can feel it in the atmosphere. The only way to close the book is to disappear.
The pen is on the table, the ink is running dry. I'm looking at the bottom line and there's no room left for why. Since the final tally, the net profit loss of me.
Life is a gamble, but the streets are legend. Every favor land, every promise severed. Blood on the bills, weight on the pressure. Gotta square the accounts before the sun sets ever. Yeah, the profit was pain, the loss was my soul. Check the long division, trying to make myself whole. But the numbers don't lie and the interest is cold. In the ledger of the street, you pay whatever's owed. Yeah. Lane 4, Chapter 1. Close. The books are balanced.